Dalian is a major sub-provincial port city in Liaoning Province, People's Republic of China, and is Liaoning's second largest city and the fourth most populous city of northeast China. Located on the southern tip of Liaodong Peninsula, it is the southernmost city in both Liaoning and the entire northeast Dalian borders the prefectural cities of Yingkou and Anshan to the north and Dandong to the northeast, and also shares maritime boundaries with Kunwangdao and Huludao across the Liaodong Bay to west and northwest, Yantai and Wai on the Shandong Peninsula across the Bohai Strait to the south, and North Korea across the Korea Bay to the east. Today a financial, shipping, and logistics center for East Asia, Dalian has a significant history of being used by foreign powers for its ports. Dalian was previously known as both Dalny, from the original Port Arthur, now the city's Leshungku district. In 2016, Dalian ranked 48th in the Global Financial Centers Index. In 2012, Dalian ranked 82nd in the Global City Competitiveness Index. In 2006, Dalian was named China's most livable city by China Daily. It is now a beta global city, according to the Globalization and World Cities Research Network. Dalian is also one of the top 100 science cities in the world by scientific research as tracked by the Nature Index. The city is home to several major universities, notably Dalian University of Technology and Dalian Maritime University, members of China's prestigious universities in the Project 211, and the Dalian Institute of Chemical Physics of the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Modern Dalian originated from Qingniwa or Qingniwa Kiao, a small fishing village. The Russian Empire built a commercial town for the Kwanting leased territory after assuming control in 1898 and called it Dalny, Russian, Dalnij, Romanized, Dalny, a remote one, or far away, in reference to the town's location, rendered as Chinese, Dalini, Pinyin, Dalini, from 1898 to 1905. After the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-1905, Japan occupied the Kwanting leased territory and renamed the city Dalian from Japanese. In 1950, Dalian, once again under Chinese control, merged with the nearby town called Lusha, a name which was usually rendered as Lutar in English during that era. In 1981, the Chinese State Council again renamed the city from Lutar to Dalian, effective 5 March 1981. In the Qin and Ha periods, the Dalian region formed part of Andong Prefecture in Jili State during the Liao dynasty, Sanshan Seaport in the Ming dynasty, and Qingnawako during the Qing dynasty. In the 1880s, Jinzhou, the north of downtown Dalian, now Jinzhou district, was a walled town and a center for political intrigue and economic activity. The Qing government built bridges and heavily fortified the peninsula. Mining camps on the northern coast of Dalian Bay became the small town of Qingniwa or Qingniwa Kiao, near what became the downtown core of modern-day Dalian. The British briefly occupied Qingniwa during the Second Opium War in 1858, but returned it to Chinese control in 1860. Port Arthur at the tip of the Liaodong Peninsula took its English name from Royal Navy Lieutenant William Arthur, while the Chinese called it Lusha, although China heavily fortified the area, in which it allowed trade with foreigners. In the First Sino-Japanese War, Japan swiftly overcame those defenses on 21 November 1894 in the Battle of Leshungku, immediately committing the Port Arthur massacre. In April 1895, China conceded defeat in the First Sino-Japanese War, ceding Liaodong Peninsula, Taiwan and Penghu, and making many other concessions in the Treaty of Shimonoseki. In the triple intervention of 23 April 1895, Russia, France and Germany forced Japan to return the Liaodong Peninsula to China. Despite the treaty's terms, instead the Russian Empire coerced a lease of the peninsula from the Qing dynasty in 1898. Russia had a particular interest in the region of the peninsula as one of the few areas in the region that had the potential to develop ice-free ports. The Russians built a modern commercial port city, which they wanted to become the Paris of the Far East, and called it Dalny, building the new ice-free port city. Russia heavily fortified both Dalny and the Port Arthur naval base before and after the Boxer Rebellion of 1899 to 1901. Missionaries and converts were killed in the peninsula during the insurrection. Although the massive massacres of ethnic Chinese Christians including Metrofanes, Chi-Sung occurred at Harbin, Western expeditionary forces suppressed the Boxers across the Yellow Sea in Shandong. During the Russo-Japanese War of 1904-1905, the Liaodong Peninsula became a major battleground. Major General Baron Anatoly Stossel defended a besieged Port Arthur for 5 months, but the Japanese army, using long-distance fire, sank several Russian ships at the Port Arthur naval base in early December 1904. Admiral Eugene Alexeyev was blamed for splitting